Morning, everyone. If you haven't met me, I'm Caitlin. I'm one of the new coaches at BR, and I'll be taking you through the 7 a.m. sweat workout. Just to get started, I've put all the workouts in the chat. Hopefully, you can have a read through them and follow along as I'm explaining them and demonstrating them. All right, for warm up, we're going to do 3 rounds of 20 high knees each side, 20 windmills, 10 up downs, and then 5 walkouts to 2 shoulder taps. I'll demo each exercise and then I'll go through one round as an example. So with high knees, sitting up nice and tall, getting our knees nice and high, being nice and quick with our feet, getting them off the ground, knees nice and high to our chest. We go straight into 20 windmills. Our feet are going to be hip width, just outside hip width apart, arms out straight, hips go back, rotating to each side. Trying to touch the ground each time, eyes face the direction we're going in. Alrighty, after that, we have 10 up downs. The up downs are essentially a half burpee. So going down, chest to ground, back up into this position here, hips back, ready to go straight back down. Right, and last movement, 5 walkouts to 2 shoulder taps, starting nice and tall, going down to our toes, walking out into a plank, into 2 shoulder taps, and walking back up. Alrighty, I'll go through one round to demonstrate it as an example for you all. Alrighty, so that's the warm-up done. So for today's main set or main part of the program, we have 2 main sets. We've got one predominantly focused on upper and lower body, and then another focusing on core. The first one has 6 movements, and the second one has 4 movements. So I'll demo and explain the first main set. I'll show you guys as an example, and then I'll come back and I'll explain the second main set. And again, do 1 round as an example. All right, so we've got 50 seconds. So the main set, looking at the top here, work is 50 seconds and 10 seconds off. We have push-ups, prisoner get-ups, squats, burpees, reverse lunges, and commandos. All right, so I'll demonstrate each exercise for you. Right, with our push-ups, you can do this on your hands or on your knees. We're just going to brace our core, keep our shoulders over our wrists the whole time, avoiding any form of arch anywhere in our back. The day sitting nice and low, chest to the ground, and then back up. Keep our elbows tucked around 45 degrees. If you're doing it on your knees, same concept, bracing that core, moving your whole body as one. Then we've got some prisoner get-ups. So from here, you start in this position. Our hands go to our head, elbows out. At no point in this movement should you be fully extended in a standing position. So from this position, we're going to take a step forward with one leg and the other. And you're going to go into almost a squat position and then back down. We're going to switch legs this time, going up. All right, try to keep those knees behind your feet. All right, then we go to some squats and bring out those legs, feet are hip width apart. From here, keeping all our weight on our heels, we're going to send our hips back, then bending at our knees. Trying to keep our chest up and shoulders back, all together. Right, then we've got our burpees, full standing position. So you do chest to ground, but if you feel like making it harder, add in a push-up at the bottom. So going down, chest to ground, back up, jumping up. All right, and then we're alternating reverse lunges. Then down to ground, and then back up, switching. Keeping our chest tall, shoulders back, keeping all our weight on our heel of our front foot. Our last movement is our commandos. Move to a high plank, into a low plank. All right, with this movement, it's important that you keep your core braced, maintain that really nice engaged core, so your back is nice and flat. Your head, your wrists and elbows should remain relatively under your shoulders for this whole entire movement. And last movement, no, that was our last movement. So to go through that again, you're gonna do 3 rounds, 50 on, 10 seconds off. And then you're gonna move to support, which I'll explain next. All right, I'll demo movement. Let's grab my timer. This one. Right. Starting with push-ups. Alright, then take our 10 seconds rest. After 50 seconds work, we're going to go straight into our prisoner get-ups. All right, for this movement, try to really keep your arms up. After those push-ups, your arms will be quite fatigued. Really keep them up, elbows out. Now we're into our squats. Feel free to add some weight if you have weight available. After our squats, we've got some burpees. With this one, try to remain nice, continuous, in that chest to ground, jumping straight back up. Onto our two final movements, alternating reverse lunges, then our commandos. Again, feel free to add some weight to this movement. All right, final movement. Alrighty, so that's main set one, round one done. If you're doing this workout, you would complete 2 more rounds of the exact same movements from the very beginning. Alrighty, the second main set and the last main set for today is a core focus set. Again, you've got 3 rounds. The work intervals 40 seconds work, 20 seconds rest, 4 movements of plank dips, plank, sit-ups, and Russian twists. Demonstrate the exercises, and then again, I'll give you a round for an example. Alrighty. For this, we're going to go into a low plank position. I'm going to brace our core. Oh, I was muted for a second. It's like, oh, just demonstrate all of that. So you're in a low plank position, hit that core brace, maintain that good body position the whole time throughout the movement as you rotate to each side to target our obliques, getting our hips to the ground each time. So low plank position, brace that core, rotate the hips. Okay. All right, then we've got a normal plank, so a static hold. So you're going to brace either in a low plank. You can also do this in a high plank. Keep the neck neutral. Shift your weight over your wrists. So your shoulders are over your wrists. Then we've got our sit-ups. Feel free to add weight to this movement also. You do them as normal sit-ups, butterfly sit-ups, straight leg sit-ups. Just pick the appropriate progression with the right amount of challenge. So I'll demonstrate normal sit-ups. Going down, flipping the ground behind us, then forward, tapping the ground in front of us. Remember to keep that core braced. At no point in time should you unbrace that core. Back should be flat on the ground as you're going down. Pretty good posture on the way up. No excessive lumbar flexion. All right, then we've got our last movement, we've got Russian twists. Again, going back and targeting our obliques. With this movement, you can have your toes on the ground if you find it challenging, or you have your feet up. The further you lean back, the harder the movement is. From here, we'll rotate to each side. A tip to ensure you're rotating your trunk and just not side to side is keeping your eyes on your hands. If you're up for even more of a challenge, grab a dumbbell or some form of weight and place them in your hands. All right, I'll get my timer up and I'll run through it around as an example. Alrighty, so to go over it, it's 40 seconds work this time, 20 seconds rest. Starting with our plank dips. And 20 seconds rest. With that movement, it's really easy like stoop your head. I probably even did it in that example. Avoid trying to do that and placing undue stress on your neck. Thus, anything supporting your neck, i.e. your shoulders. I'm going to do it as a low plank, but you can also do it as a high plank. Plank down, 2 movements to go. So into our sit-ups. And then in that movement, it's easy to go through the movement and just use your arms as momentum, get yourself up and then back down. Try to take it inch by inch and really brace that core and keep the tension on the core that entire time. All right, last movement is our Russian twists. All right, that's main set 2. All right, so demonstrated each exercise. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to any of our coaches on our Facebook group or via message. We'll be more than happy to help out. Once you conclude the whole program, go through a bit of a stretch. Foam roll, if you have access to a foam roller, great source of recovery. All right, hope you all enjoyed this workout. We'll see you around for the next workout. See you guys.